Let's look at the Stratovarius video. Eidie, you want to watch a Stratovarius video? Or you want a Pat? Official new video. Out 4 days ago, Stratovarius, yeah? DragonForce actually played with Stratovarius when we were a demo band for the Infinite Tour. Let's watch the video. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It's interesting about Stratovarius. That's the band that have no original member from how originally when the band started. And even at their classic lineup, right? At their classic lineup, that means the Infinite stuff, Destiny album, Visions. I guess Infinite, that was the highest, the biggest Stratovarius. I wouldn't say biggest, hard to say what's biggest, but that was that, I would say Infinite. That was their classic lineup. Even Timo Tolkki wasn't an original band member. He wasn't an original band member. And it's interesting how the band have evolved. How they have no original band member left. They have evolved quite a lot since they first started as a band. Is this going to work with non-original band member? I still like the sound, but it's different from before, obviously, without Timo Tolkki. Which Timo Tolkki was a hero of mine once upon a time. You know, when I started DragonForce and we were learning how to create melodic metal in our own way. I would say Stratovarius have inspired us with the production, the way they have the sound. We had to reference to Stratovarius to go, you know, this is a good produced, great sounding production album. And I remember listening to those albums back then, you know, and before even DragonForce started. I thought, man, this sounds so good. The guitar, the songs, the singing, everything is there. Sam and I were really into it. The Infinite album, the production, everything, they really got it together. And it's good to see them back, actually, with a new song from a new album, which is coming out on the 23rd of September. Yeah. It's cool. I like Stratovarius. I think Stratovarius always be something in my heart, because without Stratovarius, I probably wouldn't have started DragonForce. You know, that's one of the bands that inspired me to want to play a melodic style of metal. Sure, I was listening to Helloween before, but, you know, Helloween at that point was, you know, a change into something different. You need more than one band to inspire you in some direction, including Rhapsody. I think Rhapsody, the first 2 albums also inspired me to do what I do now, which obviously we don't play anything like these bands we talked about, but like Hammerfall, Stratovarius, Rhapsody, these bands, Labyrinth, they definitely inspire me to do what I do now. Without them, maybe I wouldn't have gone this direction in playing. So always good to see these bands back, for sure. Let's carry on checking out. And by the way, Laurie, the bass player, I'm kind of jealous of him because he got to be playing the house band for David Hasselhoff at his show in Finland. David Hasselhoff had a TV show in Finland, and Laurie, the bass player, was a musician for that band back then. And look at that. You also have the legendary keyboard player Jens Johansson on the keys. What a legend. And in case you didn't know, Jens is a total computer nerd. You didn't know he's a total computer nerd, really. Programming and everything. Super cool. Super cool. Look at that. Nice. I'll be honest with you, I prefer the fast Stratovarius song. This kind of tempo, they have some good song, but you can't beat Forever Free. Come on. Those songs were like, those are like kind of my favorite, the fast Stratovarius song. I think not having Timo Tolkki there lost some of that catchiness, or the normal chords, the normal big chorus. I kind of miss the kind of a bit crazy chaotic energy of Timo Tolkki, to be honest. Obviously what he did later on was, that's something else. But the Timo Tolkki years, man, really the production, the mixing, something about the package that Timo Tolkki put it together, I think is a classic power metal that's really you cannot recreate. But I think he also mixed a Twilightning album. He told me about. He makes a Twilightning album. He inspired really a lot of players, especially in Finland, to make the melodic metal stuff. Along with the Finnvox studio, the whole package, the Finnvox, Mika Drusilla mixing the album and him doing it. There's some classic sounding there that I think also helped bands like Nightwish get to where they are, in the early days of making that sound. The Finnish melodic, power metal, whatever you call it, symphonic sound, the production. He kind of pioneered that, if you ask me. And it's kind of sad to see, to not see Timo Tolkki on it. And of course, there was all this drama with it. But I do love the classic lineup. And funny enough, Jörg Michael, who was the drummer at that time for the classic lineup, I saw him a few years, down later after he wasn't in the band. And actually, Jörg Michael is super cool, man. I get on well with him. And we cross paths many times. He worked behind the scene now in Germany for metal. And he did tell me, hey man, I know you guys love to party, but don't drink too much. I don't want you guys to die on us. You don't want to, I don't want you to be like, he said to me, he actually said, Sam, make sure you, keep him cool. Don't let him drink too much. You don't want him to go in the way like certain musicians in bands have done. So, Jörg Michael, super cool guy and super nice guy. And, he gave a shit, man. Only good thing to say, man, about Stratovarius. Glad they're back. Let's finish this song. Do go check it out, Stratovarius Survive. Hey, looking forward to checking out the new album. Hey, I hope you like my reaction and also a little story about DragonForce and us in the past on the road, different bands. If you like to hear more stories and reaction to different bands from our experience on tour and in the music world, post a comment, let me know. Maybe there are bands that we had toured with that have funny stories that you want to hear about. So click the like button, click the subscribe. Herman Lee, DragonForce, you know what to do. I'll see you on the next video, which you're going to click right now.